Reading comes easy for some, but not for everybody. Scores from the third grade reading assessment show that 74% of the state's 31,000 third graders have passed the test. Some school districts in our area did not see a good passing percentage the first go around, but they are trying to bounce back. Our Desmond Matthews joins us in the studio with more. Desmond?
Mississippi put the Literacy-Based Promotion Act in place in 2013 to help improve reading skills for kids kindergarten through third grade. The test requires students to pass the reading assessment before being promoted to the fourth grade. Noxubee County is among 4 other schools that didn't see at least a 40% pass rating on the first test, but summer school is helping bring those grades up.
Reading is fundamental, and local educators do what they can to teach the younger generation. When scores for the third grade reading assessment for the 2021-2022 school year were released, the numbers weren't great for a couple of schools in our area, including Noxubee County. After the initial test, only 38% of third graders passed. Fortunately, students are allowed 2 chances to retest after the first one. That percentage jumped up to 65% after the first retest. That's better, but there's still work to be done, and it's going on in summer school.
We are working diligently with the students with the summer school program. And with the summer school program, we have them working on those skills that they were weak in, so we can get them up to par to where they need to be to do well on this last assessment.
Audrey Ivy is a lead teacher for students at Earl Nash Elementary. She and Principal LaShonda Mickens knew that the COVID-19 pandemic played a large part to do with students' initial performance.
When they were out for COVID, they didn't get master the skills that they really needed by being virtual learners. So now we're trying to get them back together, group them together so they can learn together within the classroom. It's much better with them being together and learning live instead of being on the computer screen.
They hadn't been in school since first grade, so their second grade year was completely virtual. So we had to hone in on those skills through interventions, making sure we progress monitor those students.
38 students have one more chance to pass the test on June 29th. Teachers drill the students each day at summer school, but it doesn't have to stop there.
It starts at home, but we are trying to bridge that gap between school and home so we can form partnerships together so we can move forward from this year going forward.
Teachers, parents, and administrators can only do so much, though. Sometimes it takes the help of a classmate to get the lesson learned.
Peer teaching, that is number one sometimes in some classrooms where you have those students that take on that facilitator role and say, I want to help my peer get to where they need to be. So that is key, in the classroom, and that ties into our social emotional learning as well.
Students that don't pass the second retest can still be promoted to the fourth grade if they meet the state's good cause exemption.